Hey guys, it's bro you whack. So in case you didn't know, Season 11 is about to end in a couple of hours. If you're watching this video right when it drops, which by the way, love you notification squad, but you're probably watching this right after Season 11 ended, and we're already on the off season. So what I like to do is talk about what heroes are going to be awesome, what heroes are just going to help you out in the future competitive season, which is in this case going to be Season 12. Now one thing I want to say before I start these videos, that I feel like some people kind of misinterpret or just kind of twist my words around. Whenever I make these videos, I'm not saying that these are the only heroes that you can use. Like, oh, this is the only DPS hero you can use. If you don't use this, you are thrown. No, I'm not saying any of that. The reason why I make these videos is to, well, one, prepare you guys for Season 12, but also just maybe introduce a new hero that maybe you wouldn't have thought of before the competitive season, so that you can practice them, kind of sharpen your skills with them, so that you have a new tool in your tool belt to go into competitive with the new season. And a lot of the times whenever I decide these heroes, it's because of the meta shift or just because of recent nerfs and buffs. Especially with today's video, it's going to be heavily dependent on what just recently happened with a lot of the nerfs and buffs or just changes to the heroes. So anyway guys, let's get it started. Today we're going to be looking at 4 different heroes that's just going to be so amazing to use in Season 12. They're going to be 2 offense heroes, 1 tank, and 1 support. Originally it was 1 offense and 1 defense, but all the DPS just kind of got grouped up under one umbrella. But again, hopefully one of these heroes just seems appealing. That's like, hey, yeah, I actually want to learn that hero, because that's what the off season is for. Is to kind of maybe play your main a little bit, but to really just add another tool to your tool belt. And when you go into a new competitive match, you're a lot more flexible or a lot more dangerous of a player. And being a dangerous player is the perfect description of who you are when you're playing this hero. And the first hero that's just going to be so great to play in Season 12 is going to be my main girl, Somber. Guys, I've been saying this for the longest time. Somber, besides Mei, is one of the greatest underrated heroes of all time, because she does something that nobody else can do. Okay, you gotta think, who in the game can make the enemy team sitting ducks? Barely anybody. The first people that come to mind is like, really just a Reinhardt ultimate or maybe a Mei ultimate, and also Mei freeze. But Somber has an ability that can really just make someone just there, existing. Something like a Reinhardt, alright? Something like a Bastion, something like a Rhoda. When you hack these heroes that are just so dependent on their abilities, the transformation, the shield, the heal ability, they don't know what to do. They start freaking out. And that's the hero you have to focus on. I think a big reason why Somber isn't picked that often is because not a lot of people like to work around a Somber hack. But I love it when I have a tactical Somber that is communicating with us, hey guys, I'm gonna hack the Rhine in 3, 2, 1. And his shield goes down and we smack them cheeks, bro, okay? That's what Somber is supposed to do. He's supposed to warn your team, okay, are you ready to focus this guy? You focus the guy and you take him out. Not even just that, she also has one of the greatest, if not one of the best ultimates in the game, because not only can she just make one person, she can make the whole entire team sitting ducks, bruh. You don't really realize how important abilities are until you do not have them. A Reinhardt shield, a Orisa shield, a Zarya bubble, a Diva defense matrix, all these they were all tank abilities actually now that I think of it, but a Tracer blink, you know, stuff like that you don't think about until it's taken away from you and you're getting focused from the enemy team. That is why Somber is so great, because who can you think of in the game that can do that? Not a lot of people. But also a great reason why she's going to be better in Season 12 is because now she can be invisible for however long she wants, which means she can set up in positions that she chooses. She doesn't have to be dictated from a timer anymore. She's going to be able to pick and choose who she wants to attack, where she wants to attack, and at what time, you know? When it comes to DPS, Somber isn't the greatest. She's not the worst. She's definitely not the worst. She can take out a few heroes if she really wants, but what she's supposed to be is a backline assassin. Hack people that rely on their abilities, and for you guys to focus them to create space, to create an opening, to really just pinpoint what hero you guys need to attack, because I guarantee you've been on like the second point of Volskaya industry and you don't really know who to attack. But if Somber chooses and you all commit to that one hero who relies so heavily on that ability, then it's good. Or she could just hack everyone with her EMP and you can just go to town with a Diva ult, with a Reinhardt. Somber is so amazing. I love her so much. I'm gonna try to learn her because she is just that powerful. So yeah, Somber, she's looking good for Season 12.
You look good! Right. You look good!
So I know I just went on a full-on tangent with Somber and why she's underrated, but why you need to use her, but there's some other DPS that you can use, and with the recent changes, someone like McCree is gonna be a heavy-hitting DPS. Alright, if you don't want to be all tactical, if you don't want to be all strategic with stuff, if you just want to smack some kids, try to just get as much eliminations as possible, McCree is gonna be your dude. To really just simplify his buff, the more distance that you have, the less fall-off damage you now have than what you did previously. Previously, if you had all this distance between you and the enemy, yeah, you would do less damage, but now you're doing a whole lot more damage, which means you have a lot more protection because you're farther away from the action. But if you're good, if you can click them heads, if you can just keep sniping people with your little magnum, you're gonna be a great DPS. That is why McCree, I feel like, is a little bit better than Soldier. However, if you're inconsistent with your shots, if you rely on healing, and if you're constantly moving all over the place, then yeah, you probably want to play Soldier. That's why I play him, because I suck at aiming and I'm inconsistent with my shots. But if you're consistent and you know what you're doing and you can also stay at a farther distance, McCree is just going to be a great hero. You just really got to utilize that distance factor, because that's the main reason why I'm putting him on this list. The DPS category has a lot of options. You have Tracer, you have Genji, Pharah, all these heroes are great, but McCree recently got buffed that maybe people aren't ready for a good sniping McCree. So if you utilize that distance and can still click on heads, you're gonna be good, fam. But let's talk about the oh so mighty tank categories. So I feel like the tank category is the most influenced based on the meta. Like, this is ever so changing. With the Bastion meta, you wanted to play Reinhardt. With the Brigitte meta, you didn't want to play Reinhardt. And yes, those are like the same hero in different situations, but there's been other times where tanks have came and went just based on the current meta. And I'm gonna be honest, guys, when I decided what hero to pick for this one, I went back and forth on a couple of heroes, but ultimately I decided on the dude Reinhardt. So when you're playing Reinhardt, there are a lot of benefits that you gain with him. The first and obvious benefit is this big giant 2000 HP shield. There's not ever a time where you don't really need that shield. I want to say 98% of the time you can probably use that shield to block out a lot of the firepower that's coming to you. So that's the main benefit. But you also have to realize that Somber is going to be one of those, like, assuming, again, I'm kind of assuming here, but assuming that Somber is going to be heavily played in Season 12, he's going to be great to pair his ultimate with Somber's EMP, because let me just paint you a quick little picture. You're going on Volskaya Industries, the second point, and the enemy Reinhardt shield is not breaking because your team just decides not to shoot it, which is stupid to do. So what do? Hey, Somber, can you EMP not only the Reinhardt, but let's also think like the Zenyatta, also the Diva, also the Soldier, because they're all grouped up around that Reinhardt. So, oh, thank you, you already EMP'd. Hammer down, baby! Somber's EMP creates space. I always say she makes some sitting ducks, but what Reinhardt's ultimate does, that I'm assuming that you're going to use right after using Somber's ultimate, is make them dead sitting ducks, okay? Because whenever a Soldier gets hacked and a Pharah is about to use her ultimate, Soldier can still kill the Pharah, but not if he's laying down, not if he's taking a nighty-night nap, no siree. So that's why I think Reinhardt is going to be great, assuming Somber's going to be used a little bit more. Not even just that, just the fact that he's freaking Reinhardt. But there's also one last benefit that you get based on the support here that we're going to be talking about, like, right now. And the best healer that I think is going to be so great to use in Season 12 is going to be the one and only Grandma Anna. So first, let me explain how Reinhardt and Anna kind of tie together and why you want to try to use both of them, and why they're both great heroes even by themselves. First of all, Anna relies heavily on big, beefy tanks, not only to build her ultimate, but just to hit her shots. It's very hard to hit a Tracer, it's very hard to hit a Baby Diva, but it's easy to hit this big, giant German man, okay? So assuming that you're standing behind his shield, you're going to be easily able to just, oh, yep, here you go, Reinhardt, here's some heals. But not only that, the big kicker here is that she just received a buff that every single time she uses her nano boost, she's going to heal that target for 300 HP. So yes, you can use it on like a 200 HP Genji or 200 HP McCree, but wouldn't you want to use it on a 500 HP Jeremy man that only has 100 HP? So not only do you instantly heal him for 300 HP, but now he takes less damage, and you can still heal him because he's this big giant target, but now he can dive into the enemy back line. He can finally charge. He's been wanting to do that, and he can create space all on his own. Forget Somber creating space. If you just nano the Reinhardt, he can charge the Reinhardt, charge the Zara, charge whoever he wants. assuming that you're still healing him because someone can easily focus him. So that's why Ana and Reinhardt are both great heroes to use. I try to tie all these heroes somewhat together into this tiny little perfect team comp. Somber, Reinhardt, great for ultimate usage. Ana and Reinhardt, they're just great. They're lovers in IRL, and they're great in a team composition. And McCree, he's good. Yeah. He's good. Also, Ana has an anti-grenade, which is very powerful because say you use it on a Roadhog, well, now he can not only self-heal, but he also can't receive heals, and you can easily target him. So, treat it like a Discord. You want to try to anti the enemy team. Don't waste it on your team because that's what your rifle's for. Maybe in certain situations, but please anti the enemy team. Don't use it on me. I can go get a health pack if we really need to. So those are just some great heroes that you can use in Season 12, but not the only heroes. Okay, you can still use the Divas, you can still use the Genjis, but really just consider some of these heroes, especially Ana and Somber, but especially Ana, please, because most people aren't ready to deal with the anti-grenades, aren't ready for the instantly heal 300 HP Ryan charging at them, and they don't even know what to do. So that's why I brought you this video. Anyway, guys, I love you guys. Thank you guys for watching. Hopefully, Season 11 treated you well. Gold Gun video tomorrow, and good luck in Season 12. I love you guys, and bye.